Have you ever crossed the threshold of your dwelling and instantly felt as if an unseen weight is settled upon your shoulders? Perhaps the spark of your drive has diminished, the flow of your finances seems constricted, or your thoughts are shrouded in a haze of unease. Many seek explanations in destiny or external events, failing to recognize that the very vitality within their personal space might be the true source. Buddhist wisdom reveals that our surroundings mirror our inner landscape. The objects we accumulate, whether by intention or ingrained habit, possess an energy that can either elevate us or subtly deplete our vital force. Imagine carrying a worn, heavy rucksack crammed with items you no longer require. This load slows your pace, yet you persist in carrying it because of its familiar weight. Our homes function in a similar manner. When we cling to possessions that embody stagnation, decay, or unresolved emotions, they mold our reality, reinforcing patterns of limitation without our conscious awareness. This is not about mere superstition or fleeting remedies. It is about reclaiming your inherent energy and creating space for profound positive shifts. In this exploration, we will reveal 24 astonishing household items that might be obstructing your path to success and overall well-being. But that's not all. Even more significantly, we will delve into the profound wisdom that explains why eliminating these obstacles can unlock doors to abundance, clarity, and tranquility. Let us embark on this transformative journey of renewal together. Number 1. Clocks that have ceased to tick. In Buddhist philosophy, time stands as one of the most invaluable resources we possess. A motionless clock symbolizes stagnation, whether in your personal evolution, career trajectory, or financial prosperity. When time appears frozen, it subtly impacts our minds, fostering a sense of being trapped or lacking motivation. There exists an age-old Buddhist tale of a monk who once visited a village where inhabitants lamented their misfortunes. He observed that numerous homes displayed clocks that were broken and still. He gathered the villagers and inquired, "Why do you keep reminders of stillness within your homes when life itself is intended to progress?" The villagers were speechless, yet the monk's words resonated deeply. They repaired or removed their stopped clocks, and shortly thereafter, many reported experiencing beneficial changes in their lives. Envision entering a home where a broken clock hangs on the wall. Each glance at it reinforces the idea that time has stopped advancing, subtly influencing the household's energetic atmosphere. A stopped clock does more than simply display incorrect time. It functions as a subconscious signal that progress has come to a standstill. Instead of allowing this stagnant energy to persist, mend the clock or replace it. Let the sound of ticking serve as a constant reminder that time is indeed flowing, progress is unfolding, and success is within your grasp. Every second is significant in shaping your future. Number 2. Mirrors that are fractured or cracked. Mirrors in Buddhist thought are frequently linked to self-awareness and introspection. A cracked mirror, however, distorts reality and fragments the energy that surrounds it. This can give rise to emotional upheaval, strained relationships, and even financial difficulties. If you possess a mirror bearing cracks, consider replacing it to invite clarity and a positive self-perception into your existence. There is a Zen story about a young monk who sought wisdom from his revered teacher. The monk questioned, "Master, why do I feel uncertain about my chosen path? When I observe the world, everything appears unclear." The master handed him a bowl filled with water and instructed him to gaze into it. The water was perfectly still and clear, reflecting the monk's face flawlessly. Then, the master dropped a stone into the bowl, creating ripples across the surface. "This represents your mind," the master explained. A clear reflection emerges from stillness. When disturbed, truth becomes obscured. A cracked mirror operates in the same way. It distorts our self-perception and our energy, making it challenging to see our authentic selves. In jest, a broken mirror is often deemed unlucky because it reflects fragmented energy back into the home, leading to confusion, tension, and missed chances. Imagine waking each morning and seeing your reflection through a flawed lens. Subtly, it impacts your self-esteem, decision-making abilities, and emotional equilibrium. In Buddhism, self-awareness is the very bedrock of enlightenment. The manner in which we perceive ourselves shapes the reality we experience. Keeping a broken mirror in your home symbolizes an incomplete self-image, reinforcing feelings of insecurity and doubt. Instead, exchange it for a mirror that is clear and whole, one that reflects your true potential and welcomes positive energy into your space. This seemingly small act of renewal can assist in realigning your thoughts, boosting your self-confidence, and establishing a space where success and harmony can flourish. Number 3. Flowers that are dried. While dried flowers might appear to be charming decorative accents, they actually represent stagnation and decay. Unlike fresh flowers that infuse life into a space, dried ones cling to energy from the past, impeding growth and renewal. If you aspire to abundance, replace dried flowers with living plants to cultivate vitality, joy, and prosperity. A Zen master once wisely stated, "The beauty of a flower resides in its impermanence. It blossoms, it withers, it falls, and in doing so, it imparts to us the rhythm of existence." Within Buddhist traditions, fresh flowers are frequently used as offerings to remind practitioners of the transient essence of being. However, when flowers dry and remain in a space, they become a frozen relic of what once was, an anchor to times gone by. Imagine stepping into a room filled with dried, brittle petals. It carries a distinct energy compared to a space brimming with lush greenery or freshly opened blossoms. Dried flowers symbolize stagnation, a reluctance to release, and an attachment to something that no longer serves its intended purpose. This can subtly influence your mindset, keeping you tethered to memories or past struggles instead of embracing the present moment and the future that lies ahead. If you desire to invite growth and renewal into your life, consider filling your home with vibrant living plants. Not only do they enhance air quality and introduce fresh energy, but they also function as a daily reminder that life is in constant flux. The very act of nurturing a plant mirrors how we must nurture our own progress through care, patience, and an openness to change. Letting go of dried flowers is a small yet potent act of release. It symbolizes a willingness to clear away what is no longer needed and create space for new beginnings. By undertaking this action, you enable the energy within your home to flow freely, welcoming abundance, renewal, and joy. Number 4. Bedding that is old or torn. Sleep constitutes a cornerstone of well-being. Your bed should be a sanctuary of restoration and tranquility, but bedding that is old or torn can transmit subconscious messages of neglect and weariness. Investing in fresh, high-quality linens not only enhances comfort, but also attracts positive energy, ensuring that you awaken feeling rejuvenated and prepared to seize opportunities. The Buddha once proclaimed, "When the mind finds peace, the body rests in harmony." Sleep is not solely about physical rest. It is a period for the mind and soul to recharge and revitalize. In numerous Buddhist monasteries, significant emphasis is placed on maintaining the sleeping area clean, orderly, and comfortable, as it directly impacts one's energy and clarity upon waking. Imagine retiring to sleep on sheets that are worn out, torn, or uncomfortable. It subconsciously signals to your mind that you are settling for less, neglecting your own well-being. However, when you invest in clean, fresh bedding, you cultivate an environment of care, self-respect, and renewal. Just as monks prepare their sleeping quarters with mindfulness, treating your bed as a sacred space can shift your entire perspective on rest and rejuvenation. Your sleep environment should be a sanctuary, a haven where you can completely unwind and recharge. When you replace old bedding with soft, high-quality linens, you not only improve the quality of your sleep, but also invite positive energy into your life. Restful sleep cultivates clarity, vitality, and the strength to embrace new opportunities each day. Number 5. Dishes that are chipped or cracked. Eating from chipped dishes is akin to consuming broken energy. In many cultures, including Buddhist teachings, dining is considered a sacred act symbolizing nourishment for both the body and the soul. Utilizing damaged dishware subconsciously reinforces a sense of lack rather than abundance. Replace them with dishes that are whole and intact to cultivate prosperity and appreciation for what you possess. A Tibetan proverb wisely states, "What you eat from reflects what you receive in life." If your dishware is damaged, it may symbolize financial instability and a fragmented sense of abundance. In Buddhist teachings, food transcends mere sustenance. It represents a form of gratitude and mindfulness. When monks receive alms, they eat with profound appreciation, treating each meal as a sacred offering. Imagine if they were presented with a bowl that was cracked or broken. It would symbolize something incomplete, reinforcing a feeling of lack. In the same vein, eating from chip dishes at home can subtly instill a mindset of scarcity. Consider this. What if every meal you consumed was served in a dish that was whole, clean, and beautiful? Would it alter your perception of abundance? Would it enhance your feeling of deserving prosperity? The act of using dishware that is complete and well-kept reflects self-respect and an inviting attitude toward abundance. By making this small change, you shift your mindset from lack to gratitude, inviting greater prosperity into your home. The energy of abundance originates from the smallest details, even the plates from which you eat. Number 6. Furniture that is damaged. Our furniture embodies stability within our lives. A broken chair, a wobbly table, or a sagging couch can generate feelings of instability, both physically and mentally. Repairing or replacing these items signifies a commitment to nurturing a secure and prosperous life. There is a Zen teaching that wisely states, "A sturdy home begins with a strong foundation, just as a steady mind leads to a peaceful life." When we permit damaged furniture to remain in our space, we send an unconscious message to our minds that we are tolerating instability and discomfort. Imagine sitting in a chair that wobbles precariously beneath you or placing your belongings on a table that feels unsteady. These seemingly minor inconveniences can seep into our daily lives, creating a subtle yet persistent sense of unease. Just as a stable chair provides physical support, a well-maintained home environment supports our emotional and mental well-being. In Buddhist monasteries, every object serves a purpose and is cared for with intention. Monks mend what is broken and replace what no longer serves its function, understanding that a harmonious environment nurtures a peaceful mind. When we repair or replace damaged furniture, we create a space that fully supports us, reinforcing stability, confidence, and growth in our lives. If you wish to bring balance and security into your home, take a moment to examine your surroundings. Are there items in disrepair that you have been overlooking? Taking action to fix or replace them can be a powerful step in inviting positive change and stability into your life. Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. Number 7. Gifts received from a former lover. Objects possess energy, and gifts from past relationships can serve as lingering emotional ties. Keeping these items may prevent you from fully embracing new love and opportunities. Consider releasing these objects to create space for new, positive connections. A wise Buddhist master once advised a student who was struggling to move forward from a past relationship, "You cannot walk forward while constantly looking backward." Holding on to gifts from a former lover is like carrying an invisible weight. Each time you encounter these items, they subconsciously draw you back into a past chapter of your life, keeping you emotionally tethered to someone who is no longer present in your current journey. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of impermanence teaches us that nothing is intended to last forever: relationships, emotions, and even material possessions. Clinging to reminders of the past only engenders suffering. Imagine a flowing river. If you attempt to grasp the water, it slips through your fingers, but if you allow it to flow freely, it nourishes everything in its path. Consider this. If you are holding on to an old love letter, a piece of jewelry, or a photograph from a past relationship, ask yourself, does this item bring me peace, or does it keep me tied to a past I have outgrown? By releasing these objects, you create space for new love, new opportunities, and a renewed sense of self. In numerous Buddhist traditions, monks regularly engage in cleansing rituals to remove attachments and stagnant energy. You too can implement similar practices. If an object from a past relationship still holds significance, consider donating it, passing it on to someone else, or even performing a small ritual of gratitude before letting it go. Thank it for the lessons it imparted, and then allow yourself to move forward unburdened. Letting go is not a sign of forgetting. It is an act of self-care, a commitment to your future happiness. When you release what no longer serves you, you make room for joy, love, and fresh energy to enter your life. Number 8. Keys that are unused. Keys symbolize access and opportunities. Holding on to unused keys can represent missed chances or doors that no longer serve your current path. Decluttering them can create space for new opportunities and fresh starts. There is a Zen saying that wisely states, "The door you persistently try to open may no longer lead to anywhere you need to be." Many of us retain keys from old homes, vehicles, workplaces, or even storage units, believing they might one day become useful. However, in reality, they often become symbols of attachment to the past, to places and situations that no longer play a role in our present lives. Imagine carrying a heavy keychain laden with keys that no longer serve any purpose. Each one represents a moment, a commitment, or a responsibility that you have already moved beyond. When you cling to these keys, it is as if you are subconsciously holding on to chapters that have already closed, preventing you from fully stepping into new opportunities. In Buddhist teachings, letting go is a fundamental practice for attaining peace and clarity. Just as monks relinquish material possessions to pursue a life of mindfulness, we too can benefit from shedding unnecessary burdens. Take a moment to examine your collection of keys. Ask yourself, which doors do these still open? Which ones belong to a past that I no longer need to revisit? By discarding unused keys, you symbolically open yourself up to fresh experiences. Releasing the old allows new doors to appear, ones that lead to growth, prosperity, and freedom. Decluttering even the smallest objects can exert a profound impact on your mental state, creating space for new possibilities to enter your life. Number 9. Candles that are half-burned. Lighting a candle establishes an intention, but a half-burned candle represents something incomplete. Unfinished tasks and lingering doubts can accumulate negative energy. Either burn your candles completely or replace them to encourage closure and fresh beginnings. In Buddhist tradition, lighting a candle is an act of mindfulness, a way to illuminate both the physical and the spiritual path. Monks often light candles during meditation, setting an intention for clarity and wisdom. However, when a candle is left half-burned, it symbolizes unfinished business, a goal left unachieved, a decision left unmade, or an emotional burden still carried. Imagine a candle flickering but never fully burning down. This mirrors the way many of us leave things undone in life, carrying unresolved emotions, unspoken words, or half-pursued dreams. These lingering energies can create stagnation, much like a flame that is constantly extinguished before it fulfills its purpose. A Zen master once wisely said, "To complete one step fully is to invite the next with clarity." Leaving candles half-burned is akin to pausing in hesitation, never allowing the energy of resolution to flow. If you discover that you are holding on to partially burned candles, ask yourself, what in my life have I left incomplete? What emotional or physical burdens am I carrying that need closure? Consider lighting these candles with intention and allowing them to burn completely, symbolizing the completion of a chapter in your life. If the candle is old or no longer serves its purpose, replacing it can invite fresh energy, much like closing one door so another can open. Embrace the act of completion, and let the light guide you toward a path of renewal and growth. Number 10. Plants that are artificial. Real plants enhance the flow of energy, but artificial ones symbolize stagnation. They lack the vital life force that promotes renewal and vitality. If feasible, opt for live plants to invite prosperity and health into your space. There exists an ancient Buddhist teaching that speaks of how nature embodies the very essence of impermanence and renewal. A Zen master once asked his students, "What is the difference between a stone and a tree?" One student responded, "A tree breathes, changes, and grows, while a stone remains still." The master nodded in agreement. To bring life into your space, you must surround yourself with things that grow. Artificial plants, while aesthetically pleasing, do not possess the same energy as real plants. They do not breathe, grow, or change, and in many ways, they can become symbols of stagnation. Buddhism teaches that change is essential for growth, and surrounding oneself with stagnant objects can unknowingly influence one's state of mind, preventing life energy from flowing freely. Imagine stepping into a home filled with vibrant greenery, each leaf growing, each flower blooming in its own time. Now contrast that with a home filled with plastic plants that remain unchanged. One environment nurtures life, while the other remains static. Choosing real plants, even if they require care, is an investment in vitality, renewal, and prosperity. Buddhist monks often cultivate gardens, not solely for their beauty, but as a form of mindfulness. Watering plants, pruning leaves, and observing them flourish is a practice of patience and connection to nature. When we choose real plants over artificial ones, we invite that same mindful energy into our own homes, reminding ourselves daily of the beauty of impermanence and growth. If you have artificial plants, consider replacing them with living ones. Even a small potted plant by your window can bring new energy into your space. Let nature's wisdom fill your home with vitality and observe as it transforms not only your surroundings but also your state of mind. Watch to the end, and you'll find out the most important thing. Number 11. Sources of water that are stagnant. Water symbolizes wealth in many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism. Stagnant water, whether in vases or fountains, represents blocked energy and financial struggles. Regularly refreshing water sources ensures a steady flow of abundance. There's an ancient Buddhist teaching that wisely states, flowing water purifies, stagnant water decays. Water is the very essence of life, perpetually moving, changing, and nourishing. A still, unmoving body of water, however, can become a breeding ground for negativity, not only physically but energetically as well. Imagine a fountain in your home that has ceased to function, a vase filled with stale water, or an unused fish tank gathering dust. These stagnant water sources reflect blockages in your own life, whether in wealth, opportunities, or personal growth. Just as a river must continue to flow to remain fresh, the energy within your home must move freely for abundance to flourish. In Buddhist philosophy, water is also intrinsically linked to clarity of mind. A stagnant mind, much like stagnant water, can become murky, filled with doubt and hesitation. Regularly refreshing the water in your home, whether by replacing the water in vases, maintaining a functioning fountain, or even ensuring your plumbing is in good working order, helps to create an environment where prosperity can flow unhindered. Consider this. If your financial or personal life feels stuck, take a moment to examine the water sources within your home. Is there a blocked sink, a dusty aquarium, or an old forgotten vase? Cleansing and refreshing these sources can serve as a powerful symbolic act, inviting new energy, new opportunities, and a renewed sense of abundance. Number 12. Artwork that is negative or dark. Artwork profoundly affects the energy of a space. Dark or unsettling images can subconsciously evoke negativity. Surrounding yourself with visuals that are uplifting and inspiring fosters positivity and success. In Buddhist temples, every piece of artwork is carefully intentional. It serves to inspire peace, wisdom, and enlightenment. The images we choose to display in our homes hold energy, shaping our emotions and mental state in ways that we might not even consciously realize. A Zen master once wisely advised his students, "What you place before your eyes shapes your mind. Choose discerningly, for your thoughts ultimately become your reality." Imagine stepping into a room adorned with paintings depicting chaos, sorrow, or aggression. Over time, even if only subconsciously, these images can influence your emotions, reinforcing stress, fear, or sadness. Now picture a space decorated with serene landscapes, depictions of wisdom, or vibrant expressions of joy. The contrast is starkly clear. One drains your energy, while the other uplifts it. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes the importance of cultivating an environment that reflects inner peace. This is precisely why monasteries are adorned with calming artwork, depictions of the Buddha in meditation, scenes of nature, or intricate mandalas designed to draw the mind into focus and harmony. If you surround yourself with negative imagery, it can manifest in your daily life, impacting your decision-making, relationships, and emotional equilibrium. Take a look around your home. Are there paintings or sculptures that evoke discomfort, fear, or sadness? If so, consider replacing them with art that inspires hope, strength, and positivity. Even something as simple as a painting of a blooming lotus, a potent Buddhist symbol of purity and enlightenment, can shift the energy of a space, making it more conducive to personal growth and happiness. By selecting artwork that resonates with peace and success, you align your external environment with your internal aspirations. Let your walls reflect the future you aspire to create, one filled with light, wisdom, and boundless possibilities. Number 13. Shoes that are torn or worn out. Shoes are far more than just a necessity. They symbolize our journey, our progress, and our innate ability to move forward in life. In many cultures, especially within Buddhism, footwear represents not only physical movement but also spiritual progression. When your shoes are tattered and worn down, they may unconsciously reinforce the feeling of being stuck, of walking a path that leads nowhere significant. The Buddha often spoke about the profound importance of the path we walk, both literally and metaphorically. He taught that our choices shape our destiny, just as our footsteps carve the road we travel. Holding on to old, worn-out shoes can symbolize hesitation, an unwillingness to embrace change, or even a subconscious fear of new beginnings. Imagine a traveler embarking on a grand journey. Would they choose to wear shoes riddled with holes, ones that slow their pace and make each step painful? Certainly not. They would seek strong, reliable footwear that supports them along the way. In the same manner, replacing worn-out shoes with new, sturdy footwear is a symbolic act of inviting stability and forward momentum. It sends a clear message to your subconscious that you are ready to take confident steps toward your goals. It can also serve as a poignant reminder to step mindfully, to choose paths that lead to peace and enlightenment rather than those that drag us back into old patterns. The Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once beautifully said, "Walk as if you were kissing the earth with your feet." This profound statement means walking with intention, gratitude, and awareness. If your shoes are old and falling apart, how can you truly walk with reverence? By choosing shoes that provide support, you also choose a life that uplifts and propels you forward. So take a moment today, look at the shoes you wear. Do they assist you in moving with ease and confidence? Or do they remind you of past struggles and limitations? If they no longer serve you well, let them go and embrace the transformative change they symbolize. The important thing is ahead. Number 14. Watches that are unused or broken. Watches represent time and progression. A broken watch can symbolize missed opportunities or unwelcome delays. Time stands as a central theme in Buddhist teachings. Everything is transient, and clinging to the past prevents us from fully embracing the present moment. Keeping only timepieces that are functional serves as a constant reminder to live mindfully, making the most of each precious moment. A functional watch is not merely a tool. It represents an acute awareness of impermanence and the ability to seize opportunities as they arise. Number 15. Drawers and closets that are cluttered. Physical clutter inevitably leads to mental clutter. A disorganized space creates stress and significantly hinders success. Buddhist monks profoundly emphasize simplicity, deeply recognizing that outer order directly fosters inner clarity. When we diligently clear out clutter, we create space not just physically but also emotionally and mentally, allowing new opportunities and insightful understandings to flow into our lives unimpeded. Number 16. Medicine that is expired. Holding on to expired medicine subtly suggests a reluctance to let go of past ailments and illnesses. The body and mind truly thrive in a continuous state of renewal. Regularly clearing out old medications symbolically represents a strong commitment to fresh, healing energy and overall well-being. Number 17. Projects that are unfinished. Procrastination effectively creates a detrimental cycle of stagnation. Buddhist teachings emphatically emphasize the inherent power of completion, encouraging us to let go of what no longer serves us and to diligently finish what we begin. Unfinished projects consistently drain our vital energy, creating mental blocks and obstacles. Completing them or consciously deciding to release them liberates us, making ample room for new endeavors and pursuits. Number 18. Electronic devices that are broken. Holding on to broken electronics generates stagnant energy within your space. They serve as constant reminders of unresolved issues and frustrations. Repair or responsibly recycle them to effectively clear space for fresh possibilities and technological advancements that truly serve your current needs and aspirations. Number 19. Spaces that are damp or humid. Excess humidity can cultivate a heavy, negative energy throughout your home. In Buddhist temples, Proper ventilation and meticulous cleanliness are highly emphasized to maintain a light and harmonious environment. Keeping your home well ventilated and dry effectively promotes health, mental clarity, and a positive energy flow. Number 20. Food that is expired. A kitchen should ideally be filled with nourishing, fresh food. Keeping expired items signifies stagnation and a lack of forward movement. Buddhist mindfulness deeply extends to how we mindfully nourish ourselves. Choosing fresh, wholesome foods symbolically represents vitality, abundance, and profound respect for life itself. Number 21. Calendars that are old. Calendars powerfully symbolize time and progress. An outdated calendar subconsciously anchors you firmly in the past. Replacing it signifies a genuine readiness for new experiences, actively helping you embrace the present moment with fresh intentions and renewed purpose. Number 22. Doormats that are worn out or dirty. A doormat serves as the very first point of energy entering your home. A worn-out doormat may inadvertently prevent good fortune from flowing inward. Keeping it consistently clean and fresh symbolically represents welcoming positivity and new beginnings into your life. Number 23. Wallets that are old or damaged. A wallet represents your financial energy and flow. A damaged wallet can subtly symbolize financial struggles and limitations. In Buddhist teachings, deeply respecting your resources, including your money, is absolutely crucial. Upgrading to a clean, well-kept wallet effectively attracts wealth and greater financial stability. Number 24. Sharp objects that are on display. Sharp objects emit an inherently aggressive energy. In both feng shui and Buddhist philosophy, they represent a cutting energy, which can potentially create tension and disharmony within a household. Storing them properly effectively promotes peace and overall harmony in your living space. Now I'm going to tell you the gist. Your home is profoundly more than just a place to reside. It is a direct reflection of your inner world, a sacred space where energy either flows freely and harmoniously or becomes stagnant and stuck. The mindful choices you make about what to keep and what to release ultimately shape the very way you move through life. Just as a stagnant river inevitably breeds decay, a cluttered home filled with energy-draining objects can subtly hold you back in ways you might not even consciously realize. Buddhist teachings gently remind us that letting go is an absolutely essential part of growth and personal evolution. When we consciously release what no longer serves us, we actively create space for profound renewal, mental clarity, and genuine abundance to enter our lives. This is not simply about discarding things for the sake of it. It's about intentionally making room for a future purposefully filled with possibility and potential. So, take a moment today for quiet reflection. What within your personal space is currently keeping you anchored to the past? What small yet significant changes can you mindfully make to invite new energy and fresh opportunities to unfold? Remember, true transformation always begins with awareness. If you found genuine value in this insight, share your thoughtful reflections in the comments below and join our growing community of mindful living. Like, subscribe, and let's walk this enriching journey together toward a life filled with lasting peace, genuine prosperity, and meaningful purpose.